But me, there's a lot of stuff that was going on. I decided that we were going to have this T-shirt with a pistol on it and a slash across it. It says, "Mama says the pistol is the devil's right hand" on the back. And you know, I am somebody came up the other night to my merch guy. He said like, "Well, so Steve's against guns now?" And I'm like, you know, it's been a while, but I didn't start out that way. I mean, I grew up in Texas, and I grew up hunting and fishing, and I mean, when I wrote this song, you know, people would tell me, well, that's a gun control song, and I would argue with them because when I wrote this song, I had a whole fucking trailer full of guns, and it was a trailer, and it was quite an arsenal, and I just grew up that way. I grew up believing that I had to protect myself, and I had a right to protect myself, and that I would protect myself if I had these things in my house, and I stopped believing it. I've had to change some things in my life, otherwise I wouldn't be here. But that changed for a specific reason. I have another little boy on me. He's a little taller than John Henry. He's, you know, I was handed, when I just had a few months clean, an out-of-control 14-year-old boy. His mother said, "Here, you might have met him." And when Justin got back in my house, the very first thing he did is he somehow figured out that where my pistol was under my mattress. And I was raised to believe it's not a gun unless it's loaded, and then it's your home protection piece should be kept loaded. So what good is it going to do you if it's not? It's locked up and it's not loaded. So he found it, 14-shot 9, and he hid it. And I knew he had taken it, and I asked him, he said he hadn't. I knew he was lying. I still know when he's lying. And I didn't know what to do. I searched his room, I searched the entire house, I tore up the yard, and I couldn't find the gun, and I was terrified. The only thing I could come up with was to figure out how to put him where the gun wasn't until I could find it, make sure he couldn't get to it. So I called my brother, and he came over, and we strip searched him, and made sure he did not have the gun. And then we loaded him up in my truck. It was like trying to load a live deer into your vehicle. He was, you know, 6'2" or so then, and about as big around as this microphone, and I'm still sore from that. And it was a long time ago. But and we took him out to a wilderness camp, they call it. And I'm not proud of this. It's a place in Hickman County, Tennessee, where I'm pretty sure they were hiring these kids out for slave labor to the state to work in state parks. And making a lot of money doing it, but I didn't know what else to do. So I just took him out there, and I wrote him a check, and I dropped him off. Now, it was January, and they're out there sleeping in tents. So about 3 o'clock the next morning, he called and told me where the fucking gun was. And I don't know what Justin learned from that experience. You'll have to ask him. But for myself, I haven't had a gun in my house since, and I just decided to do it. I asked a lot of hard questions, so this is now when I sing this song, it's a fucking gun control song. Father to my devil, Father they war. Saw my first pistol in a general store, I was 13. Didn't understand how much of a pistol is the devil's right hand. The devil's right hand. The devil's right hand. Mama said the pistol is the devil's right hand. now, shut the dog down. Watching a man fall, never touched his horse, never had a chance at all. I was in the morning and the drug me out of bed. That's my I'm feeling not guilty, I said, not guilty, I said. Got your own man, doesn't touch a tear. The devil's right here, the devil's right here, the devil's right here. Mama said a pistol, the devil's right here, the devil's right here, the devil's right here. Doesn't touch a trigger, but the devil's right here. The devil's right